it is, y'all? It is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back with another Danmachi video. Today's gonna be a really fast one. As kind of expected, the data mines don't show a whole heaping heck of a lot, and that's just because what we're getting isn't really a huge amount. We're kind of in a cooldown period. Remember, they kind of did that extension on part 2, and so we're not really expecting anything new until towards the end of the month. Now, as soon as we get the sound files and all that, we will know. That is not this week. That will probably be at least 2 weeks from now, maybe more. So don't expect a huge amount next week either, but we will discuss what is coming. So kind of the first thing to know here, and I think probably the most important for most people, is the Mega Valis quest. This is coming back, and the one thing I do want you to remember is that you need to make sure you farmed your happy knives, your happy golden knives, whatever you can. If you are on the EU version of the game, or a version of the game that does not have the casino, I have highly recommended spending a little bit of actual hard cash monies, buying the beginner bundle. Beginner bundle will give you 2 of the happy golden knives. It's not the best. It's the best you got for now, and it will severely improve your Valis and XP farming. Now, that is talking about spending physical monies. When this drops tonight, we'll actually record live on stream. We'll record a video on this. We'll talk about it, compare results and things like that. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think this is the rare circumstance where I really think what you get out of that bundle is super duper worth. I'd honestly like to do as much free-to-play content as I can, but at the end of the day, we do have to do something to support, the people making this game. We do have to keep that in mind. So, it's a rare circumstance where I say, if you spend the money on that bundle, I think it's completely worthwhile. Personal opinion, feel free to disagree in the comment section if you do disagree. It is completely opinion-based, and, I respect your opinion. It is 100% between yourself and how you personally operate with these games. But, Mega Valis Quest. That is coming. We'll talk about it tonight on stream, and we'll upload the video in the morning. Now, the other thing that I think is pretty important to talk about is the Celestial Festival Gacha. Another paid option. This is strictly paid Iris only. I have stated I do kind of feel like they should revamp this a little bit. Because of how deep the general pool is these days. It'd be nice if the unpaid versions could be done with free-to-play Iris. It's still live, and I will say this. So let me kind of go over why I believe this, and I'll do a bigger thesis on this tonight. But I understand this being locked behind a paywall. Makes complete sense. You literally are picking 3 units. You're picking 2 adventures and an assist, and you're guaranteed one of those 3 on 4 out of your total 7 available draws. Now, your first draw will be paid Iris only. But here's the deal. Your 2nd, 4th, and 6th draws are not guaranteed, and they're not even double rates or anything like that. It's just a general pull rates. And personally, I feel like if you're going to be spending paid Iris on this, because of what it is, and because of how deep the pool is, and because of your, frankly, unlikelihood on those other summons to pull what you're actually after, I personally think they should revamp this now at this stage of the game, especially during the anniversary when we're spending so much paid Iris. Make the even draws unpaid. I think that's a reasonable request. And I say that knowing full well, and I'll say this out there, knowing full well, that would probably discourage me from summoning on it to begin with, only because that free-to-play Iris probably should go to the Part 3 banners. I'm well aware of that. But, and this is a huge but, I love the idea of this banner. I will still do a single summon on this banner, talking about the different units you should recommend and things like that. We will talk about that. It's going to be a big sticking point in tonight's stream. But I kind of wouldn't recommend it a huge amount. Does that sound super crazy? Only because the power creep that we're going to see both in this anniversary and after the anniversary is going to quickly make a lot of these older units irrelevant. That's another reason why I say the unguaranteed should probably be unpaid Iris. I'll harp on about this in its own video, but I am hyped for this. I think it's awesome for the people that are just going to spend money on it anyway, and maybe people that are newer at the game that want to spend a little money to kind of bolster their teams, especially the win team, probably should heavily consider this. But, and I emphasize but, I don't know. I love the idea of this, but I'm probably going to be cautiously optimistic about it. I really don't know, guys. But that's coming tonight. Know that it's coming. Once again, we'll have a whole discussion about it. I have a pretty good plan how to pull that off, but I got to make sure like all our cards are in play. But we will be doing this live tonight on stream, so be aware of that. If you want to be part of that, make sure you're at the live stream when the banners go live at 10 p.m. We'll start the stream a little bit earlier, just so everybody can be there, and we could be hyped for when everything drops. But yeah, we will be talking about this 10 p.m. Eastern time tonight-ish, around that time, basically shortly after it drops. So be there. Now, the only other thing that's really worth mentioning, and the only other thing that's really here, is the rerun of the Goddess Campanella. It's not a huge deal. This isn't like life-changing or anything like that. But the one thing you do want to be aware of in these, with this particular thing right here, is that like all the other reruns we've had before, if you farm this up, number one, you're going to get a free, and I think it should actually be advertised in this one. Yeah, you get a free 4-star 11-draw ticket just for completing Very Hard, so it's totally worth farming up. Not only that, if you do farm this a little further and beyond, and make sure that you like get all of your exchange items, which you should do. You should always do that. Number one, for every extra item that you farm beyond just the end of this, you're working towards 2- and 3-star tickets that you can get as you basically accrue your larger item. We'll talk about that in its own video, probably Friday or so. But number two, and this is huge, you can farm Exilia books unlimited in reruns these days. If you aren't aware, in regular story events and tail events, you can farm unlimited Falna, which is absolutely massive, absolutely huge, and a major boon. And with the new gacha system, you can farm Exilia books, but it's really up to like RNG. Now, on reruns, you can farm unlimited Exilia books. So if you're having a hard time upgrading units, if you're new at the game, we've been getting a lot of summons lately, a lot of free-to-play stuff. This is a golden opportunity to make sure you can upgrade all of them. So take advantage of that. But really, that's about it. Like, we got the items here. It's going to be the small item, the medium item, and the large item for basically your farming purposes. But that's really the end of the data mines. There's not a huge amount, but I know you guys like to have this information. I know you like to have it out there. And I think there's a few like minor discussion points to be had on these. And once again, we're going to expound on these in other videos coming up soon. But, while it's here, while the item's hot, it also gets my mind going for the brainstorming process for pondering these videos. So let me know your thoughts. Are you excited for this? I know it's not the greatest, most hype thing ever, but Part 3 coming out at the end of the month should be absolutely nuts, and we're waiting on the audio. We'll know as soon as the audio is available. We will know through the data mines, and we'll have that out for you guys. I think we're expecting that in 2 weeks' time, maybe. I think two weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So stay tuned for that. When the audio does drop, we will then be doing Part 2 of the story live on stream. We'll probably take several streams, but I am definitely looking forward to that. See you guys soon. Like, comment, share, and see you guys hopefully tonight for the live stream.